Hi, everybody. Welcome to Katie in the Morning. I'm Katie Page, Director of Member Relations at the National Association of Healthcare Assistants, and welcome to Friday. You hear us talk a lot here at NAHCA about the NACA Virtual Campus of Care, the education that's provided in there, the ways that we communicate with our members through there. But it just occurred to me that I've never really explained what MVCC is to people who may not have access to it or have not had access to it yet. So I wanted to take today to kind of break down MVCC and give you guys a closer look about what the NACA Virtual Campus of Care is. So what is MVCC? It's a learning platform that the association uses to bring up-to-date education to our members along, and I didn't include this in the slide, which I probably should have. It's also a form of communication that we have with you. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get really deep into NVCC. But what it is, if you guys ever log into NVCC in the top right-hand corner, there's a little envelope, like an email envelope. That is actually a way for you to communicate with your coach back and forth about any questions that you might have, any suggestions that you might have, any education that you don't see in MVCC that you would like to have added to it. You can definitely send us all that stuff through the little email envelope in the top right hand corner of your profile. So let's dig right into NVCC. What education is available in the learning platform? There are the RE courses, that is the required education that every CNA has to have, the 12 hours on a year-to-year basis to keep our license and our certification up to date. There's general education. This is like the building your professionalism, team development, leadership skills. That's all included in the general education. There's the clinical education, which is our skills test, washing hands, PPE, all the things that we need to keep up to date clinically as well. There's also the elective courses. Those are, if you guys have ever seen Ask Lori Anything videos or the old school pep talks, just kind of those like motivational upbeat videos that kind of bring you back to earth when it comes to our professionalism and reminds us of why we do things the way that we do them, why we got into this field to begin with. And then there are the exclusive courses. By exclusive, I mean the geriatric care specialist, the preceptor course, and the advanced preceptor course. Those are all included in the elective course, in the exclusive courses as well. And these, if you break them down, let me just talk to you guys a little bit about what goes into the education. So we have a team here at the NACA office that is constantly doing research, emailing this CMS, CDC, trying to keep up to date with things that are changing, rules and regulations that are either tracking back or moving forward. And so as the industry and as the profession evolves, so does the education. So we are constantly here trying to update the education and definitely keep it relevant for the things that are going on in the real world today. So with the geriatric care specialist and the certified preceptor, when you get in and you start doing your modules, with the preceptor course, let's talk about that one just a little bit. So when you get in and you start doing your modules, what the preceptor course is a 4-step program that teaches you how to be a mentor to other people, welcome, orientate, train, and transition. As you're going through those modules, at the end of each module, you'll be asked to do what's called an essay question, where they ask you a question and you answer it to the best of your abilities, depending on what you understood or what you gained out of the module. And then you send it in to your professional development coach. They read it and give you feedback about that essay question, just to make sure that you're kind of capturing everything that's intended to be captured out of that module. And it allows you the chance to give us feedback as well about things that you think need improvement on, things that might not be understandable to the point where they could be. And so that's how the preceptor course works. It's a segment by segment or a module by module course that you have to do the essay questions, turn in your essays, they get graded and sent back to you with feedback, and then you move to the next module. The geriatric care specialist is our newest certification, and it's referred to as GCS. There are 11 modules. It's actually, number 1 is broke down into 2 different modules because it's so long, but these are so informative and so specific when it comes to geriatric care in particular. And you go through those 1 through 10, and then you take a practice exam, and then finally you take the final exam, and then you receive your certification afterwards. So that's just a little bit of breakdown about the education and what the RE, the CE, the GE, what those really mean, in case anybody hasn't ever explained it to you guys before. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to talk about those different designation levels.
Tune in to CNA TV every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Time for long-term care news with Dane Henning.
Welcome back to Katie in the Morning. Today we're taking a closer look at MVCC. We've talked about what MVCC is, what the education is in MVCC, and what a lot of people don't know is there actually are different levels in MVCC. There's different designations that you can reach and accomplish. As you reach each level, you'll get a certificate or a certificate of achievement with each of those levels that you get. So the skilled level is the first one. When you each module or each education module is worth so many points. With the skill designation, once you reach 100 learning points that you have completed, you'll receive your skill designation. Those are like the RE classes and the GE classes. Then you'll move up to the clinical education classes, which are in the accomplished level. The accomplished level, once again, those are worth a certain amount of points. Once you reach 100 points in that level, you'll have reached your accomplished. The same thing with the advanced. 100 points, once you reach the 100 points, you've reached your advanced. The scholar level is actually the geriatric care specialist course. Once you complete all 10 modules, those are each worth points, and then once you complete all those modules, you would reach your scholar level. The thing about these four categories is you cannot reach one until you've reached, it's like a ladder if you think about it. The base of it is the skill level. You have to reach the skill level before you can go on to the next level. So it's a ladder effect. You have to reach one before you can go to the other. The preceptor course is a certification. You receive your certification in the mail from NAHCA once you've completed that course. And the same with the advanced preceptor. You have to take the certified preceptor course before you can take the advanced preceptor course. So that's just a little bit about the ladder within MVCC. Now let's talk about some of the things that might not be so apparent when it comes to MVCC, some of the features that are there. When you log on, you'll go to your dashboard. On the dashboard, you'll see the message board, the calendars, the resources, and your current courses. This is all stuff that you can access from your page. If you're planning on doing a module, you can set it to your calendar and it'll send you an email to remind you that you're planning on doing this education today. There are all sorts of resources when you click into the resource tab. The message board, that just tells you like the general messages, if there's any updates in NVCC, if there's any new education there that is being kind of released on MVCC. And then the messaging system that we were talking about earlier in the top right hand corner. That's where you can send your email to your professional development coach. Any questions that you have, any suggestions that you have, even if you want to vent about a bad day that you've had, you can send it through NVCC as well. So that's just a little bit about the features of NVCC. I thank you guys all for joining me today. I hope you get in there and get your courses done and get your education up. And I thank you guys all for joining me. And I will see you this Monday over the weekend, right back here for Katie in the Morning.